Hi sewers, welcome to Sew Darn Fun. I'm Carrie and this is a channel that focuses on quality clothing alterations, pattern reviews, and useful sewing how-tos. I've seen a lot of interest on my channel about how to take up shoulders, so stick around and I'll show you how I'm going to fix it. When you consider taking up the shoulders of a garment, the one thing that you're going to want to be looking for is what happens with the rest of the bodice if you take up the shoulders. Does it make the armpits tight? Does it bring the bust line above where it needs to go? Does it mess with the waistline? So if you're making a dress from scratch, some of these issues would actually not be helped by doing this, but you'd be changing other things on the pattern tissue itself. For this dress, the reason we're taking up the shoulders is to raise this neckline. This neckline is a V. I can't just sew this together or it makes a little point that points out. But because my client is a little bit on the shorter stature, raising where the bust line is and the waist, which is kind of a high waist, it actually puts it in a good place. The only issue that we're coming in contact with is when we raise this, is that the armpits get a little tight. So what we are going to do is we're going to take up these shoulders, which raises this neckline to a really good place, and we are going to lower these armholes and reset the sleeve back in. If you were making a garment from scratch and you wanted the neckline raised, you wouldn't go about it by taking up the shoulders. I just wanted to put that caveat in there. You would just raise the drawing of the neckline. But in this case, this is what's going to work on this already made garment. So let's get to the table and see what we're going to do. The very first thing that I want to be sure to do is mark where my pins are. So I like using these heat erasable markers, and I'm just going to mark here where my pin is going in. And I see that it slants from about a 7/8 inch pinch to a 5/8 inch pinch. So let's take the pins out. And the first thing I'm going to want to do is remove that sleeve. So let's get our seam ripper and we will take out that sleeve. That's the chain stitch portion, and I'll pluck out this serging now. If you don't know how to pluck out serging, I will put a video up here in the top that shows you exactly what to look for and how to do it. The sleeve cap looks like it's eased in with some little tiny some basting stitches here, and it looks like it's stitched to the garment just in the sleeve cap area separately from the rest. There we go. Here's our sleeve. We're not going to do anything with the sleeve other than set it aside. We're not going to change anything about it, so set that aside. And we are going to take a look at our armhole. So I'm going to turn my dress all the way inside out so we can get that armhole to lie flat. An interesting thing about this dress is that it does not have a side seam. There's a side panel. That's so interesting. So I think normally there is a side seam, and I would lay it flat and I would trace the front and back to get a template. But in this case, because it is just one big opening there with no other seams, I'm going to go ahead and pluck out that shoulder seam. I've got a little neckline facing right here. I'm going to get out of the way. Undoing all of these little seams. I will put them back the way that they were constructed. Personally, I don't take shortcuts. I like to put it back so it looks like it was made the way that I altered it. Okay, there's the facing. Oh, that's a chain stitch. If you run into a chain stitch, those pull out pretty easily, but we've also got a kind of a princess seam here that's sewn all the way through from the front to the back. It's also top stitched. So let's get rid of some of that top stitching. It's really hard to see this oatmeal color. Oatmeal on oatmeal. I'm sort of leaning over the table to get in front of the camera, so I'm gonna cut the camera and then get back to you when I have this seam all the way plucked out. Be right back. All right, I've got that shoulder seam plucked out, and here's the dress laying upside down on the table. So the shoulder is on this side, the skirt is going that way. Here's the armpit right here, and I have it pinned to 2 pieces of paper that I just have taped together. I want to lay this armhole so that it's not distorted. I want the original shape, and that's my aim right here. If you have a typical dress, we'll have a seam right here. Dress or top will have a seam right here for the side seam, and it will just have a straight shoulder seam without these princess seams sewn together, but this is just a little bit more of a complicated construction. If you have the side seams, lay each piece out separately, the front and the back, and you're going to want to trace that armhole from the original seam allowance that you plucked out all the way down. Okay, and then you can unpin it, and you're either going to have one piece if you have a side panel like me without a side seam, or most likely, most cases, you're going to have 2 pieces. So what I wanted to do is make a template. There's my template. So I'm just going to cut along that line. My cutting is a little bit jaggedy. This is one of those instances where it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to get a pretty good idea of where that's going to go. Okay, and then don't forget the shoulder area here. So take what your hollowed out cutout, and then you're just going to arbitrarily cut 1.5 inches or so out from that to make it, give it a nice frame. Mine looks like a big U. All these other pieces we can throw away. So this is what we want. Suppose I should label front and back. This is the front side here. F for front. So on this armhole edge, we can measure, we are needing to drop the armhole by 3/4 of an inch, because on the outer portion of the shoulder, which is this portion right here, we needed to take it in 3/4 of an inch. So when you pinch up a shoulder 3/4 of an inch, that's how much you need to drop the armhole. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to go down here and make 3/4 of an inch mark beneath the raw edge. Seam allowances are already included in everything that I've done here. And I can position my template at that same place. So we're taking this armhole shape and we are just simply dropping it by 3/4 of an inch. And you see this right here? That's the new part you're going to draw in. What it exposes down here, that's going to be our new cut line, so that our sleeve will fit in once we sew the shoulders back together. It might be a little bit hard to see my sketching here. Same process is true, like I said, if you have a side seam and you have to do the front and back separately, the sleeve will just drop a little bit down here. You just redraw this part of the armhole and then cut it out. So now, when you sew your new shoulder seams, this armhole here will still fit your original sleeve. So let me get these shoulder sleeves sewn back together. This video wasn't supposed to be about all these princess seams. Let's just make it a basic shoulder, and then once I get the shoulder sewn back, I'll show you how that sleeve fits in. The shoulder is now all put back together and ready to accept that sleeve. So here's my sleeve that I haven't touched, and all I need to do now is pin that in, center shoulder on center shoulder and side seam on side seam. And if there was any gathering or anything else, I'm going to want to put that back in the sleeve before I set it in. And I'm going to pin that in there, making sure that my armpit is a one-to-one, that there's no easing down through this area. The only easing, if there's any easing or gathering, is going to happen around the shoulder portion, not the armpit portion. And of course, if I have any questions about how that sleeve was lined up on the one I took out, I can look at the sleeve that I haven't taken out yet, and I can see where that seam lines up as opposed to the side seams, the shoulder. Anyway, it's just always nice to keep one sleeve as is in case I have any question with the one I took out. So I'm gonna get that pinned in, and we'll take that to the machine and sew it on, and that side will be done. And here's our armhole. Let's turn that right side out for the first time and see what our sleeve looks like. Yep, that's the one. Okay. It fit in perfectly. Good as new. And when I finish the other sleeve, we'll put this on Helga and watch her model it for us. And here we are, all done. The sleeves are set in. That was after we took up the shoulders. Remember, we didn't want too tight of an armhole, so we lowered that armhole just a bit, and we could set that sleeve easily back in. How do you like it, Helga? She thinks that it's a better fit. The neckline is raised just a little bit to give a little bit more modesty, and that's all there is to it. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you got something of value, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to have a wonderful day and keep on sewing. See you next time.